So far, in Joanna's tribe, I had guests from Europe, Africa, North America, and with this episode, I'm giving you another guest from the fourth continent. I hope you will enjoy listening to that conversation. Hello, hola a todos. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Joanna's Tribe, the place where amazing people talk with me about different topics. A lot of them are related to Scrum, agility, leadership, evidence-based management, public speaking. The world, for me, has so many fantastic areas to discover and to deepen my knowledge. I'm hoping that you are enjoying my videos too. Today, we have another guest. I will try to pronounce your name, Francisco, correctly. So, Francisco Cordero Rosado, welcome to my channel.
Thank you, Joanna. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. So thank you.
I'm excited too because we are in totally different time zones and this does not happen so often for me. Francisco, can you please reveal where are you located in the world and how would you like our audience to get to know you? What are the most important things that we should know about yourself?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I am located in Peru, Lima, the capital, in South America. A beautiful country here to three regions, coast, highlands, and jungle. So I also great cuisine, food. Also, we know from the country here. So this is also opportunity to invite anyone from the community to visit us and also enjoy. From me, I can say that I am a lifelong learner, I would say, because I also enjoy to learn during my journey, personal journey, a lot of things, and also I would say I am also a resilient person because I try to learn from those opportunities during the time I also deal with. So I'm also patient. I try to explore more about how things would be better in the future, and I think those are more of my skills or things that I think characterize me. And I also am a familiar person, and I like as my hobbies as well. I like playing tennis and traveling when it has the opportunity. So I think it's most what I am, right. So that's me.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Francisco. Feel invited to visit Poland. I'm happy to share some tips, tricks, help you uncover the beauty of my country. That will be a pretty interesting visit, right?
Okay. Yes, it would be
Totally
great.
different continent. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be really nice to also visit, Poland and also know more about your country.
So we have a plan for the future. Maybe we should say a forecast using more proper agile vocabulary. But today we are not talking about Poland. Maybe one day, but today definitely not. Today we want to focus on the topic of agile leadership. And because we are in totally different countries, in different continents, different time zones, like around 7 hours, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes,
7 hours of difference, time difference. Um, so all those aspects, culture, different places, I have a hypothesis that we may uncover some differences, some opportunities to look at this topic from a different angle. So I'm hoping that this conversation will lead us to some interesting paths related to agile leadership.
Yes, that would be really awesome. I also just to mention that I am professionally speaking. Also, I am agile coach consultant, working from currently Entity Data, that is a multinational company, mostly oriented to consulting and IT services, um, headquartered in Japan, but also expanding the opportunities. The company also came to Latin America as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I am in the area from a team called Be Agile. So it's part of also our mission to share and transform also the company with agile practices. Right now, in an area close to the global development network, or global delivery network, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
that we are right now in this area, and most our mission is to also coach and mentor different teams uh, within the company to provide, all these practices. So
Mm-hmm.
I think would be interesting from this side, from Latin America, also to share about the agile leadership topic.
Thank you so much. So now we understand even better why you are here today, and why you are such a great guest with this expertise. So let's start with the first question: Agile leadership. How do you understand that? How do you see that term? What does it mean?
Yeah, for me, it's also some information also related to how to move with adaptability in this context and how to deal with an increasing number of changes that we are facing in our current environments and our current the way we are also moving in our organizations. Because traditionally, if we talk about leadership in a traditional leadership, obviously we talk about influence, we talk about purpose, we talk about how to influence to reach the purpose. But traditionally, also leaders sometimes did not move with the same practices to deal with those challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, what happens is that traditionally some leaders face the command and control style, or face they try to decide or make all the decisions on behalf to the team,
Mm-hmm.
and I think those they try to micromanage sometimes all things that can control from the team, and I think those practices would not be in alignment what from what we are right now trying to deal with. So that is one thing that agile leadership is trying to be as an alternative, because it combines the leadership with influence and reach to a purpose, but in a sense to um, create the conditions from the team to have a safe environment, no? To
Mm-hmm.
have an environment in which the team can be flexible, can be adaptable, um, can respond to the changes, no? And I think that would be more how an agile leader would re- say work in these opportunities, right? So I think that is what I think the agile leadership is an alternative um, to support these changes, and I think at the end what we have as a result is also a high empowered team,
Mm-hmm.
and a team also that would support or would uh, think on innovation as also a way to resolve or to be prepared for these upcoming challenges. So I think that would be more the what agile leadership is really important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for that answer. And based on your knowledge, your expertise, your experience in your country, in working with people from Latin America, why do you think agile leadership is important?
Um, yeah, I think it's important because once we build those capacities, once we also develop all these behaviors that can help a leader to be adaptable, um, to create the system also to support these conditions for the environment, um, and develop certain domains. I think at the end, the leader would also uh, prepare the team for manage the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, they would be also empowered to create the conditions also to deal with those initiatives in this situation where we have a high degree of high volume of challenges and changes,
Mm-hmm.
and also to be ready for the innovation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is really important for those reasons. But the competencies that also the leader should have would be the first, let's say, the first challenge that the leader should be prepared. Because if we are not leading by the example, if we don't have first our competencies developed in our as a person,
Mm-hmm.
we cannot help others. No, we cannot also help them to, for example, escalate to the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So the first mission is to have these, let's say, competencies as a personal agility
Mm-hmm.
mission. Um, and I think these competencies, for example, are the first is to self to have to be self-aware of how is my current state
Mm-hmm.
of my, for example, flexibility, my adaptability to the changes, how resilient I am also to those situations. Um, what is my, for example, level of alignment to the purpose for the team as well, and how is my continuous learning, let's say, approach for any upcoming new skills that I would also need to gain or to learn to these upcoming missions that we will have. So I think one is this area is really important. No?
Mm-hmm.
As a personal challenge that I have in the past, I also, as part of Latin America countries, I have I had the chance to work with Brazil colleagues from the company,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I, for example, have to the challenge, the mission was to start interacting with them, but in Portuguese.
Oh.
So I also have this, well, self-aware or piece of work to see, well, this is a challenge. I would, for example, try to step out from my comfort zone and try to learn also, no, and learn from this new culture, also the the language as
Mm-hmm.
well. And then I was also to adapt, to be resilient, to learn, and well, that was 2 years ago, and now so I'm comfortable working with colleagues from Brazil, learning also from the culture, from the team members, and I think that is more what I was trying to share as well. Huh? So that is certain domains, not the ones the the self awareness,
Mm-hmm.
motivation as well. No, how is my level of engagement to the purpose that I also have. So I guess that would be also another domain, because if we are not, a person is not engaged with the mission,
Mm-hmm.
and then how to motivate others. No? It's really really important. Um, the level of alignment too, because we are going to facilitate teams to reach to a purpose, to a goal,
Mm-hmm.
and how to connect those to the alignments that or to the goal that is also really important, no? Because it also starts with this purpose, um, and then connect to the team as well, no? So and I think the last one that I would say is the safe environment, no?
Mm-hmm.
Because we need, as a leader, we need to create a safe environment so that people would be free to talk, to express opinions, ideas, without the sense to have fear. So And that is important to also create um, a space of trust
Mm-hmm.
that the that I guess it really helps to the team then to, for example, innovate. No?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess those are the key domain areas that a leader should first work as a part of personal mission, and then and leading by example, and then that is how this would also grow to uh, help others to
Mm-hmm.
do the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a very powerful message. As a leader, start with yourself.
I think so because I think if we are trying to create the conditions, the environment to be part of this, let's say, agile changes or the agile transformation that we are talking to, it's really important to be the first person to work in these areas, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to have a personal sense of leading with how is my behavior, how is my current behavior, and how I also take the challenge to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that message would help others to say, hey, I am now also see that my leader is trying to improve, to collect feedback, to active listening. So I would also try to do the same. No? So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that vulnerability also help us to or help the team, no, to be more comfortable in this challenge.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's a really nice message. Do you perceive yourself as a leader, as an agile leader?
Um, I am, as I mentioned, as a learner also in this journey. Um, I would say that for me is opportunity always to grow and try to live with those values, those principles.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, yes, I don't think I am a agile leader, but in the sense to um, continuously improve, no,
Uh-huh.
to continuously try to grow and try to improve my behaviors. Um, so I try to also help. Myself to adapt to changes, to be resilient,
Mm-hmm.
to take to manage situations also with adaptability. So I try to put in practice, you know, those values. I know that in the in the journey, things are sometimes it's not uh, the results is not initially as we expect,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but I guess the things is how to learn from mistakes, how to learn from experience, and that's I guess the mindset. No, I try to do that or put that in practice as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Francisco. I believe it's an important opportunity for us to remind everyone that in the Scrum Guide, yes, I know not everyone follows Scrum, and it's absolutely fine. But even in the Scrum Guide, Scrum Master is called true leader, true leader that serves, right? We can also call product owner a leader of the product. And if we think deeper about what being a professional team member, we call them developers in the Scrum framework, they are also the leaders. Leaders taking care of quality, leaders of starting, facilitating important discussions, because they are responsible for taking those ideas, product backlog, right? Product backlog items, and turning that into a valuable product increment. Leadership is everywhere. Sounds like a very important skill for a lot of us.
Yeah, I think it's really important what you mentioned, Joanna, because I guess the better we can create those conditions as leaders, I think the best from them to collaborate even better, you know,
Mhm.
and I guess if we, for example, have everyone the same message or are in the same page, we would also see as let's say as a team, how to improve or how to, for example, learn from all these different opportunities we will be
Mm-hmm.
facing. So I think that really is what we are trying to do also in the company, is to
Mm-hmm.
um, create some safe spaces, or where we can, for example, um, practice even um, these new behaviors, or with
Mm-hmm.
these new techniques. We would do a technique called an Agile Dojo, for example, where all these leaders, or the different uh, people that would be part of the we call the Agile ambassadors,
Mm-hmm.
um, would be practicing these new behaviors and create the different situations where they would, for example, help others to align, to delegate, or to also have the empowerment, and that would be more the how to put those in practice, so that this would then be helpful for move them to the real projects team situations, and then they would be also better to do the collaboration, and the self space, or um, uh, the environment where we can also continue working with these practices. So I guess this Agile Dojo help us, because it's more related to these Japanese techniques, where we would also put in practice
Mm-hmm.
before we move to the to the real situations, and I think that helps a lot in our initiatives.
Oh, wow, that's an amazing idea. So, if I understood correctly, this dojo is the place, is the initiative that you use to help people develop their leadership skills, practice them, right? And later they can, when they are getting more confidence and more practice, they can start using those new skills in their professional environment with the teams within the company, correct?
That's correct. That's correct. And that is an initiative that we are trying to create synergies in these with these groups, because time leaders also come from different projects, different services, and different countries as well. So I think that would probably start with these new behaviors, and then they would come back to the teams, and then also they would also be more uh, confident to continue practicing these new behaviors as well.
That's super interesting. Now I would love to ask you a lot of questions about this dojo, but maybe you can just reveal one of your secrets. What are the examples of, I don't know, things, exercises, conversations? What happens during that dojo? Can you give us one small example?
Mm. Yeah, for example, we talk about some scenarios where we, for example, work on motivation. No? And in motivation, we talk about how to identify the different, say, aspects of how things that motivates the team, and identify with them, for example, those some of the most relevant topics that would be a motivation. Sometimes work with um, uh, more close also to another aspects, like um, how the work is organized, or for example, some other works on curiosity, how curious would be a person, or others, for example, maybe is motivates the level of status. So we identified some of the aspects that motivates the team, and and we create some scenarios where the all the participants can identify how motivates these characteristics in certain situations. And in that case, they would learn from that. No, they would learn. Okay, this is important as an aspect, for example, of curiosity. No? This is important for the team to stay curious, and then what are the actions that I would need to do as a leader to foster the curiosity in the team. No? So we are planning. We created certain scenarios where this would be important to facilitate, and also the mission of our agile team here is to be a facilitator. Um, and then the team, well, okay, I think the team then discovered the importance of those motivators, and then try to do the similar exercise then to the team. No, um, the idea is that we could have like a team radar of, for example, in this case, of motivation, and that would be part of the team canvas aspect of the team, how the team would interact, in the upcoming months or time that would be important. So that is one exercise. We have another ones also from another domains, like uh, delegation or to some empowerment, because there are as well certain situations where we created that the, the participants would say, in this case, I think the decision should be decentralized to the team. In these other situations, maybe the decisions can be taken by the leader. So I guess then they discover the importance to delegate, because not all the decisions would be, doing by the leader. So I guess those are the scenarios where we developed that then they put in practice, and then they move back to the teams to do the same.
That sounds like a great inspiration. So I hope that our audience finds it useful. I did. I did. So thank you very much for revealing some of your secrets.
Secret. Sure.
And we talked already a lot, and I have a feeling that we are so different in theory, but in practice, we are very much aligned, right? Like we have common values here, and maybe we can now talk a little bit about agility study. You mentioned previously that such study was conducted in Latin America. I'm still looking to finding some inspirations and some differences. Could you please share some insights from this study?
Mhm. Yeah, well, as part of entity data, we prepare a study from agility in Latin American countries. This is also, currently is in Spanish and Portuguese. This is the sixth edition that was released beginning of the year, and basically with support of MIT, that also helped the company to conduct, the study during the process. This is the sixth study overall from this edition, and the way it works is that they gather conducting interviews from different roles in companies that have this agile transformation journey. So roles from C-level, on mid managers, agile transformation units, coaches, consultants, most of all the roles, and they also gather some information. Some insight that I would say it would be that I think they are like three pillars to conduct most of the findings. Um, the agile, the organizational agility also is one, more about the how the organization is more an adaptive organization, an agile organization, and then the other would be more uh, the how the different skills manage to to deal with the transformation, what's the evolution of the transformation, and the other are the enablers. What are the key enablers that would help the organizations to the transformation? So obviously there is as many findings from those areas, but I guess the key aspect for me was the areas where we have the leadership connection, because this is one of the key things that I guess is important. The first obstacle that in here in the study comes is that managers need to deal with resistance to change. How people would be resistant to change, and how the culture would impact probably those obstacles. So and I guess most of the um, people that would be part of the survey said that if we provide the leader with the capabilities and that would help to deal with the resistance and to the culture changes, they would say that the success would be related to be very important. So I think one of the key factors is how to manage and how to help the leader to grow those capabilities. So I think that is really a key insight, because um, sometimes we also try here. The culture is also really a key factor. Most of the times is well, I do the same way, and why do I need to change? And most time, some of the organizations also are hierarchical organizations. So I guess that is how first we need to grow as the competencies or the domains to the leaders to be, as we mentioned, adaptable to changes, how to define the path, aligning to a purpose. So I think those are some of the key aspects in this study that I guess are key insights for agile leadership.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Speaking about change, maybe I can use it as an opportunity. So, a few weeks ago, I had a conversation about change with Leslie Morse, and I believe she also brought an important topic for us. When it comes to change, she promotes change fluency, like language fluency. You, Francisco, has proven that you were able to achieve fluency in Portuguese Brazilian, right? And it's like a never ending story. And at the same time, you are never prepared for absolutely every single sentence, word. There might be always something new. You just gain better and better fluency, right?
Right.
So I believe it's beautifully connected with that message from Leslie, that change is something that is gonna come no matter whether we want it or not, but how
Mm,
we perceive it and how we respond may affect our work, our motivation, right? Our resistance or lack of resistance. And
mm,
I'm happy that you were able to find out and prove it using the study, the role, the responsibility of the leader in that process.
mm. Yeah, and I know Leslie, by the way. We had the opportunity to have the agile coaching course some years back in the United States. So I was uh, really great opportunity to know her a little bit more. So yeah, I agree. I think the way I think we need to be with this I know be vulnerable also to accept that we are also in this in a learning journey. No, we need to know more about how to think. Oh well, this is my current state. This is my desired state. What habits do I need to change? What things do I need to learn or to unlearn? Because sometimes also we know more about the behaviors that, for example, maybe in a way we need to, or we have been working as a manager and then we micromanage sometimes, and without knowing that, we try to do the same, in a current situations where we have dealing with high degree of changes. So I think some behaviors we need to unlearn as well, no, and we need to be really an active listener, so we can collect from the different team members or colleagues, no, and the feedback we have, and then also try to uh, do a behavior list of things that we can, and habits that we can also start, step by step, but start to change and to adapt. So I think that is more what I would say, also from my personal experience as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I believe it was a very good summary and powerful statements. So we are gradually finishing our conversation. But before we say goodbye, um, Francisco, I need you to help me create hashtag for today's video because it's my own small tradition. Every video has its own hashtag from the series. So, what would you propose? What will be our key word or key short sentence?
That I would say hashtag Agile Leadership, mm, close
Okay.
to that. I would say that is really the key topic. I also, one of my passions or things that I starting to learn. Even that for me is still a topic that I am still learning.
Mhm.
Um, I also, for example, right now I am trying to understand and review more information about how to connect the leadership style also with this upcoming artificial intelligence or AI,
Mhm.
domain that we have. So I think we are right now in the middle of the challenge. I is trying to also learn how to um, interact now with this, current movement that we have, and that's me. It's still learning, try to know more about this, how to be more efficient, but as well be more person-oriented style. So that's one of the things that I also try to learn and then put something in practice to share as well to the team, to my colleagues, and to the different challenges I'm dealing with now.
Francisco, you are bringing more and more interesting topics. So it sounds like we have to meet in the future again and talk a little bit about different topics.
Sure. No, thank you, Joanna, for having me. It was really a pleasure, and thank you for having also for the community and to continue, this webinar series or recording series. So really, really happy to be part here from this time.
Thank you very much for joining me in my journey. It was a pleasure, and it was for me yet another great example that we can be great, effective teams remotely because we did it. Yay, we did it despite all the potential challenges. So, once again, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.